Hi and welcome to MQW Driving School, another mock test video. This video is for Harehills test route. It's very simple, it's not very complicated, and good thing is it's a pass. This mock test is a pass, and this route is bit similar with the other route, but halfway is same, and on the end is bit not same, it's bit change. And this route is not very long, it doesn't take too long to complete. It's roughly about 30 minutes route, and depending on the traffic can take 35 and 40 minutes, but if it's very clear and no obstructions or not anything, then might take 30 minutes, maybe 35. So again, this is the route with the sat nav driving, we done it, and plus it's a long way, you have to do the straight driving, but there are some points where you have to make sure that you understand properly what to do. Okay, so stay tuned, keep watching, and I give you some tips how to complete this route if someone want to do this. So first of all, if you don't find any nice good space to park the car on the left side of the street, then don't worry, you can even park on the right hand side of the street also. Okay, so when we wanted to park, there's no space on the left, so we park on the right hand side, and the way you do the maneuver to park on the right and move from the right, the same way you just move if you have to do this. Okay, so end of this road we're turning left, then this is a 20-mile road for a very short period, and then is turning left again, and that is a 30-mile road, which is Harehills lane. This Harehills lane, again, this is not going to stay 30 for a very long time. When you go a little bit down the hill, you will see the 20 sign written on the floor and on the left side, right side. So make sure just maintain your speed because you're going to change. So with this blue car, this is where the speed change. Now, if you're using the sat nav maybe will say keep going straight ahead for about roughly 2 miles or 1.5 miles. So keep going straight. As I said, this route also go to the Moortown side as well, but this is the different one. But you have to keep going straight all the way to the Harehills. Everything the student done it is they done it fine, so there's no mistake. If you going straight, make sure you stay in the left lane. Majority of the time they ask you to stay in the right lane to turn right to the traffic light, but just if they're not saying anything, stay in the left lane, keep going straight, and make sure you watch this pillar in the corner so don't hit your tire into the footpath curb, which is raised or more forward. Make sure if you got a blind spot, watch out for the zebra crossing properly on the right and left. Keep noticing of the parked cars, they can open the door anytime. Watch out any car who got the driver inside because they might can move anytime. Yeah, watch out for any pedestrians, any children. When you're near the zigzag line, that's called pedestrian crossing, so start looking in advance. This is a good example that don't stop the car on the zebra crossing. So you know the red car in front of you now, you don't block the pedestrian crossing. So if there is no space, you just clear it, or it's better to stay behind. Okay, student done the right thing, they don't stop on it, so they waited for the full space, then you go. So this is what you need to be careful of, pedestrian crossing, because you got to park cars on the right and left, and they might can start walking to cross the road, which you cannot see because of the blind spot. So this is your anticipation, you should be ready for that in advance. When you come on this point, this is downhill and left bend with some parked car on the left side. Sometimes these cars look like in the queue, but they are parked cars, so you overtake these parked cars. Now this is where you have to be careful now. If the sat nav says you have to go another 1 mile straight, then make sure you stay in the left lane. Near to this traffic light, you got two different lanes. So after these parked cars, you watch on the left side properly and move in the left lane and then continue go straight ahead. But if the sat nav is showing that you have to do the right turn after about, let's say, 300 to 400 yards, then it's better to plan ahead and stay in the right lane. Then don't need to go to the left lane, otherwise you will struggle to change. These two lanes become one lane, so both of the cars are going to be very close to each other, so make sure look on your shoulders that don't get any close to any other cars. Stay to the right lane if you know you're going to go right somewhere after some time. Then mirror signal right is a traffic light control. If you got a filter light, you don't need to stop in the center. If there is not a filter light, you stop in a center, wait for the oncoming cars. So focus on traffic light, it all depends. So you are on 30-mile road, just continue straight ahead. That's a show me tell me question, how you switch on your wiper or wash and clean your front screen. This is the crossroad, so make sure look on the right and left before you pass, but you don't need to stop, you continue. Now then you need to join this single carriageway. So don't signal, otherwise it looks like you're turning in the street. So just come here, then is automatically emerging to the left. You can give signal left, but you can even go without signal, is okay. It's just emerging left and your position is left. Where you're going now, that is a 40-mile road. You maybe can see the sign easily. After you come to this road, then you go into the car park, which can be Tesco 24/7, can be Sports Direct or Rick's. Tesco 24/7 is normally very busy, which is not a good idea to go there because it's not an easy slot to choose and do any parking. So Sports Direct is a bit reasonable, and that's where you can do this bay parking on this route. If you look on the back where we just came from now, there's no space where you can pull up on the right side and reverse 2 car length back. Again, there's no space on that road where I can stop the car and do parallel parking. So there's no chance you will do these two maneuvers if you do this route. So we're going left now to this car park. You will see the Sports Direct sign over here, and then you do mirror signal left and go into the car park, but make sure there's no cycle on your left before you turn left because it's the cycle lane. Then depend wherever you been directed, you just go right and left and find a good slot and park the car. If you don't find a good space, don't worry, you can go around, take a circle, come to the other side, doesn't matter. Just find a good easy slot to do it. Again, student done the good parking, no mistake, is all fine. So after the car park, back to 40, then back to 30 speed. And now if they don't say anything, you're going straight. But remember, don't go in hash lines. And stay in the center line and don't block the yellow box if it's a long traffic queues. So two things. While taking the bend, don't go on the hash lines. If there's a long queue of the traffic, don't block the yellow box. And you have to stay in the center to go straight, which is a staggered crossroad. No signal required. And this is also 30-mile road with lot of speed humps. Lot of good spaces of moving and stopping, so just find the nice good slots to stop and move, and don't rush to stop and stop properly. At one point you maybe see the sign say 20 when the light shows. I mean, when the school is on, you got a double flashing lights, yellow one, then it's 20. But if you're in a different time, no lights, so don't need to go 20. Keep it on 30 as reasonable on the road condition, traffic condition. But don't see this 20 and start driving 20 because you see this 20 sign. Okay, so careful about it. Now at the traffic light, turn right. Again there's a hash line, bit faded, don't go over the hash line, go round the bend to the hash line and then stop on the lights for the right turn. If you see the sign says city center. The main important thing, when you take this bend, there are no two lanes in the start, they are hash lines and they are very faded, so don't drive on the hash lines for no reason. And when you will move from here, make sure you enter to the yellow boxes with the blue arrow, not with the boxes without the blue arrow. Okay, so don't just go 90 angle straight and enter in the wrong side of the road. So look where you're going, where to enter, and this is a traffic light control, and then soon after the right turn you got another traffic light. So this is your blue arrows you have to pass through, and then you stay in the left lane and you got another traffic light. Be prepared to stop again, and when it's clear it's a 40-mile road, and then keep going straight. It's a dual carriageway ahead and you see the parked cars, so whenever you see the parked car, try to change the lane early as possible and only go left when it's clear, otherwise stay in the right lane. At the roundabout, take the third exit on the right side, so stay in the right lane, mirror signal right, and when it's clear, stay in a circle properly, and after the second exit, watch the mirror signal, watch the left drivers, and go back to the left. And where you're going now, the speed will change. So about this point, left mirror, left signal, left position, and then you take this road 30 miles. After some time, we're going to ask you to take a left turning in the street, and we're going to use some streets 20 mile and then bring you back on this same dual carriageway again. So that's a 20-mile zone. Joining the dual carriageway again, 40-mile road, don't need to give signal because it's one direction. Then stay in the left lane, make up your speed quickly as you can up to the road condition, traffic condition, match with it, and then on the roundabout taking the third exit on the right again. So you need a good lane change. Make sure do a proper mirror signal, check the little side glance on your shoulder on the right, nobody overtaking you, and change lane. And if you do signal for lane change, first you have to cancel that signal, and then when you go near the roundabout again, you have to start again. If your roundabout is very far and you just change the lane just because of parked cars, then you can come back to the left. But if you do lane change because of the parked car and then soon after that is a roundabout, then there is no need to go back. So a lot of lane changes is not very necessary then. Continue straight to the roundabout, second exit, be careful with the child, 20 zone, and then they will ask you to take a right turning on the street. That right turning have two exit, like two double lines, then you will see the blue arrow and then you see the single line. So make sure whenever you do the right turning on that street, when they ask you to do so, make sure enter from the single line, not from the double line. The double lines a bit stretch out, they're long, so don't attempt to do it early. So start watching. The speed is changing to 30 miles first. This is your double line, and then you see the blue arrow in the center. After the green belt, this is the single line on your right. Then you do the mirror signal right and turn right. Okay, so never attempt to turn from the double lines. It's a one-way system. Then we're going to take a right turning in one of the street again, and again when you turn right, make sure you enter from the single line. Don't let the car go over your double lines. It is a major mistake. Again join the dual carriageway, but this time this dual carriageway is not 40 miles, just 30 miles. Okay, it's a single lane, not two lane, but it is dual road but single lane, so 30 miles. Then you will see the roundabout again, then you go straight to the roundabout second exit. Traffic light left, and then go all the way straight, and then you go left again in the street and you park the car, and this smoke test is finished. Result is pass, but it is not a hard route. Okay, plus it was a Leeds festival, the road was closed, there were a lot of traffic around the other side of the roads, there was a lot of road closures, diversions, so that depend on the day timing, that which route we normally choose to do it. So that was, we choose it for according to the situation and location. Alright, so thank you for watching, stay tuned for more videos, and drive safe all the time. And don't try to remember any route, you have to follow the rules of the road, so make sure learn the rules properly, because they can take you anywhere in the test, and you have to drive properly everywhere. Thank you, take care, bye bye.